Hello everybody, John Morrow here, Distinguished Toastmaster, forthcoming book that I'm authoring entitled, I Never Noticed, My Journey Through Alzheimer's with Mom. This is the final installment of my series on the power word for 2017 that my wife and I have adopted as really the focal point of everything that we are doing in 2017 as a professional speaker, as a professional legal expense specialist and agent, and also as an individual, a husband, a father, a servant in my church, and involved in Toastmasters and the various activities of Toastmasters International. And these are things that are important because we're looking to make our lives better, but in looking to make our lives better, we're also seeking to make the lives of others better. And it's very interesting that, as I had told you before, resolve in and of itself, when understood in the proper definition context as an action word, or as they say in the definition, when you resolve, you have a definite plan of action. And you have to take the action. You have to attack the plan. You have to go and get it done. And you have to stay on track. So I use the acronym for resolve. I indicated that people with resolve, they are resilient. People with resolve are enthusiastic. Not sometimes, but enthusiastic all the time. People with resolve are service-minded, servant-minded, selfless. People with resolve know that organization is a must, and they must be organized, prepared, and have a clear plan of action. People with resolve need to also be seekers of knowledge, so therefore they need to be learners, as the letter L stands for. And as I told you in the last presentation, people with resolve must have vision. They must be visionaries, because if you can't see what it is you want, how can you possibly plan to achieve it? It's not possible. So therefore, you must establish, and to do that requires that you don't just dream, but that you have a clear vision of what it is you want to do, and that you're willing to dream bigger than you're accustomed to dreaming. There's a bit of discomfort associated with it. But the last word that I chose also comes from the letter E, because that's the last letter in resolve. And I've had some people ask me, as I have shared this message in some venues in recent days, why did you choose that particular word with the letter E? Because I could have thought of lots of other words like entertaining, excited, eager, effervescent. There's just all kinds of words. But if a person with resolve is a caring individual, if a person with resolve has core values that speak to the desire to give gifts to others and to seek to do to others what they would want them to do for them, if people with resolve always believe that the end is a good end where everyone benefits, and along the road you give to people in service, and you give to them things they can use and benefit from because you understand the struggle they're going through, you have to have empathy. Empathy. A lot of people think empathy is a weakness. I could not dispute that enough. I have gone through the throes of grieving, the sorrow of losing someone that I desperately loved. Not once, but several times. And I know as I look at life, it is a bridge that I will probably have to cross again, more than once. That's not a dire consequence. That's a reality. That's life. And individuals who have empathy understand defeat, they understand sorrow, they understand failure, they understand anguish, they understand pain, they understand grieving, They understand anger. They understand emotional trauma and hurt. Now those are all negatives, but hear me out. People with resilience who have resolve rise above them. They're not defeated. If there is a word that you can say about people with resolve when they suffer tragedy, is that they know how to resurrect their strength and bring it back to the forefront. But it does them no good to have gone through these trials and overcome them unless they are willing to help others who are in the same situation. Remember the servant-minded attitude that I referred to earlier in the Word? There is no better way to express that selfless behavior in a servant-minded way than to be willing to walk in the shoes of someone else, to let someone else know you understand their difficulties, you can relate to their failures, and your purpose is not just to achieve your personal goals, but your purpose is to help them overcome that which has held them back, that which has frustrated them, that which has resisted them, that which has brought them down. Reach your hand down, grab them, pick them up, and begin to take them along that journey with you and be there for them as a shoulder to cry on, an ear to listen, someone to laugh with, or just an individual who can know no matter where they are, they have that friend that will always be there for them. I have talked to you about resolve. That's what resolve means to me. That's what resolve means to my wife Donna. And that's why we have that word all over our house, along with the 7 perfect power traits that make up the word resolve. I will repeat them this one final time. For Donna and I, and maybe for you as well, people with resolve have resilience, enthusiasm, they are servant-minded and selfless, they are constantly organized and staying on track, they are constantly learning, so they are learners at heart, they have vision, and they have empathy. That combination can make your life rich, because as you're making your life rich, you're making others' lives rich. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share this with you. Thank you for coming along with me on the journey. In future episodes, we will talk about the lessons that I continue to learn as I resolve to reach people with my message. And remember, all of us have missed opportunities. The key is to know that you can begin today to notice those things that make a difference. And in making a difference in your life, you can make a difference in the lives of everyone you meet. I'm John Morrow. Have a good day.